Welcome back, sports fans, to our semifinal matches for tennis.
That's right, we're very excited. We have 2 semifinal matches for you, leading into our bronze medal match, and then finally our gold medal final.
We are happy to have Youbetchastan hosting this event by our ambassador Ben Mooney. We'll be starting up with Dustin from Youbetchastan versus Sarah from Imperium Ludum.
Very, very much looking forward. Why don't we hop into some Pong?
Let's hop in. All right, the serve has... Oh, Sarah getting him on a quick serve.
Early points for Imperium Ludum.
Very good. She's known to have a strong serve.
This is true. We have a stronger return from Dustin this time.
Youbetchastan is a strong competitor in these games. They are not to be trifled with.
This is true. They always turn up. Oh, there we are. We've evened it up early on.
Oh, and a sneaky second point. Ow!
Oh, almost.
She almost had it.
Dustin almost with the repeat.
Oh, and his third point. Youbetchastan won his
strong lead early on of fifth.
Sarah is a strong competitor, but she's known to get in her own head.
This is true.
And after the strong serve, I was expecting her to go strong, but it seems like Dustin has taken the court.
Even the mightiest of competitors can let the show really get to them.
All right, Sarah seems to be regaining her composure.
There we are.
And a
nice
second
return.
point.
It's also important to note that these are competitors operating at the top of their game. They've gone through several rounds of intense competition to get themselves here. Months and months of preparation. Oh,
I thought Sarah had that one.
Costly mistake. Here we are. Nice even returns. This is sort of the Pong equivalent of a smooth backhand, is what you're seeing here.
And for those of you watching at home, these games are being played on a legit Atari 2600. Yes, the games have spared no expense in bringing us this wonderful machine.
This is true. This is not emulation. This is one-to-one original equipment. Very, very exciting.
Now, Pong is actually one of the original sports to ever be played.
I did not know that. Is that true?
It is true.
Very exciting.
It is very true. A factual, true fact.
Thrilling information.
Dustin with a large lead. Youbetchastan is really showing up in this game. Another point. They're up to 12.
Dustin really playing the angles here. Sarah having some difficulty countering some of these more aggressive maneuvers.
He definitely seems to have a strategy of sending her to the edges.
This is true. Keeping her out of her comfort zone, I think.
Making it difficult for her to get back in the zone to send the ball back his way.
Not a lot of time to calm down and really recenter yourself. Dustin playing very close to the center, however, at all times himself.
He's definitely in control of this match. And another one for Youbetchastan.
Letting the stress of the moment perhaps cloud some judgment.
Ooh, that
very
was
nice
excellent
stuff.
save. Excellent save, Sarah.
11th hour. It's important to note that regardless of score, these are 2 very high-level competitors. On any given day, any score is possible.
And we also can't... Another point for Youbetchastan. We also can't let the play get into our heads. Any lead can easily be regained.
This is true. There's no such thing as an insurmountable lead when it comes to Pong. Strong return. Solid.
Sarah is known for her strong returns and her strong serves.
Defensively, really on the back foot now, however.
Dustin is a strong defensive game. He's known for his endurance and going long matches.
Could be time perhaps for Sarah to play slightly more aggressively. Earn back some of that ground lost early on.
Take a little more of the court.
They take ownership of that center space. Dustin mastering the space.
And as you'll see, they are playing on the traditional Pong court, which is considered both grainy as if a TV connection.
This is very true. This is a classic tube television style look. If you've played any classic...
And another point to Youbetchastan.
Costly loss. If you'd played any classic Atari or Intellivision style games on a tube television, you'd be familiar with this sort of
And another one to Youbetchastan. Sarah is really starting to sweat. Dustin is ever closer to the 21-point mark, as is traditional in Pong. The first
point in quite a while for Sarah.
The first player to 21 is the winner.
This is true. We're approaching possibly an an aggressive blowout.
Lead.
Not, however, ruling out a possible bronze for Imperium
And
Ludum.
another one
Yet
for
another
Youbetchastan.
point. Oh, costly.
Exactly. There's always the bronze match.
Oh.
And we are 1 away from Youbetchastan moving on
1 point
to the
away.
next round.
Oh, devastating loss.
Oh, and Sarah has let it by, meaning Youbetchastan will be moving on to the gold medals match.
This is true. This is true. Very unfortunate loss on the part of Imperius Ludum. However, this is the sort of thing that you can expect to see in this level of competition. You know, this is
A lot of it is a mental game.
it's true.
And Sarah has been
Largely.
playing excellently up to this point. There still is a possibility of a bronze medal in her future.
This is true. Everyone can still go home with a medal at this point. However, it will be Sarah moving on to the bronze medal match and not the gold medal final at this point. Heading now into our second semifinal, we have Peter from Tierra de los Hermanos Hook.
Versus Lindsay from Daisy Baby Bitch territory. This will be a
Classic
strong
matchup.
match.
Looking forward to hopping in here.
Oh, and a strong serve from Lindsay. That's a point to Daisy Bitch Baby territory.
1 point out of the gate. This is what you like to see.
Oh,
2
and
points.
another point. Lindsay playing off strong right at the start here.
Similar to our first match, we have some strong scoring occurring one-sidedly almost immediately.
Oh, and it's gone past Lindsay's defenses.
Costly error.
Excellent return by Peter.
Important to remember also that the players are playing with the classic controls. Difficult to control.
This is definitely a game that requires some skill and a lot of practice.
This is not the modern-day D-pad that many players might be used to.
But, of course, we spare no expense in getting the classic aesthetic for our games.
This is true. As Olympic athletes, these players want to be operating with the most traditional version available.
Excellent rebound. Peter is really, really favoring his left hand.
Tremendous angle work.
Oh,
Oh,
and another point to Daisy Bitch Baby territory.
Peter's really going to want to... There we go. Really going to earn back some of that lost ground. Try and keep the point situation a little closer than the previous semifinal match.
Yes, these two seem to be very evenly matched. They are going tit for tat in this one, and it's still early.
Anyone's game at this point.
Peter seems to be trying to take control of the court,
Ah, nice
if-
toss.
as if his movements will add more power to the ball.
Very true. Also aggressively trying to put some spin on the ball, as you'll see him rapidly moving up or down as he connects with the ball. There we are, see?
Powerful lobs back from Lindsay.
Playing these angles as aggressively as possible. Immense return from Lindsay.
Lindsay is known for... Ooh, and we have another point
We are
for
3-all.
Peter. 3-all in this match. Lindsay is known for her powerful returns, but Peter is known for his fancy footwork. He is definitely a player of speed.
This is true. You have a master of deception versus an impenetrable brick wall of defense.
I'm really loving Peter's strategy of sending that backhand spin back at Lindsay to confront her strong defense.
Absolutely. You'll notice the high-end players really tend to...
And another point for Daisy Bitch Baby territory.
Ooh, another... The high-end players really tend to play the paddle close to the center, allowing themselves as much space to move as possible.
That's true. It's all about controlling the court. It's all about controlling the court and making sure you have enough time to get to the ball as it comes towards you.
Absolutely. Oh, a
Ooh.
costly error.
Very close for Peter. That was a very close one.
Once again, a mental game as much as a physical one. Getting out of your own way can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Another strong return by Peter. I'm really enjoying his methodology here.
It's true, there's a great deal of... Ooh. Once again,
Just slipping right by him, just right through his underarm.
those final moments of deciding whether to stay still or to move can really cost a player a point.
Now, of course, each one is wearing the traditional Pong colors. We have Peter in Pong white and Lindsay in Pong black. I believe that before the match, they got to choose which color they wish to wear, and I believe Lindsay went for the black, leaving white for Peter.
This is true. Excellent spin on the ball. Ooh. Effective.
Effective. He received his point against Lindsay.
Again, a lot of excellent use of angles and of playing the walls against the opponent.
The thing that really sets Pong apart as a very skilled game of Masters is the ability to use the walls and angles around you to trick your opponent and getting that ball by them.
Absolutely. This is something that analog tennis can never quite replicate.
And that's why we play Pong.
Absolutely.
Ooh, they are controlling the court. Going tit for tat, these two. Out, and one slip by Lindsay.
These are the moments, these mistakes, the difference between glory and humiliation.
It could cost you everything on this court. Pong is a fierce mistress.
The sport of kings.
Ooh, and Lindsay getting one right by Peter. Very strong, very strong.
The focus on displays is truly incredible.
Now, Daisy Baby Bitch territory has a long history of Pong, actually. It is a very popular sport within their country, and they have received medals at many past events.
I was not aware of that.
Oh, yes. It was a very large tradition in their country.
Incredible. Some truly legacy-level performers.
Tierra de los Hermanos Hook is a little newer to the Pong scene, but their players have come up very strong and have been competing very powerfully in the last couple of years.
Yeah, some of the bad boys of the league.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a costly error.
Lindsay is up to the 10, just 11 points shy of a win. Can Peter match her in her intensity?
We see ourselves
playing the court well, strong back and forth. Ooh,
hugging the bottom row.
Peter took a very tricky angle there to try to confuse Lindsay. Again, these angles can be everything in this match.
Absolutely. Some sharp angles. Again, aggressive overcorrection costing Tierra de los Hermanos Hook yet another point. Slight angling of the serve.
Lindsay going for the lob down the court to try to force Peter to meet her.
We have a format that Peter's chasing here called the DVD screensaver approach.
Yes.
Really heading for those corners. Oh, a backfiring of this approach.
Now, the DVD screensaver approach is a classic. The point is to try and get the ball to come directly to the corners to confuse your opponent.
Yes, it's a high-risk, high-reward technique that only the highest level players deign attempt.
I believe it's popularized back in 2010, was it?
Possibly even earlier. Some historians state that it might go back as far as 2003.
And another point to Daisy Baby Bitch territory. Currently twice the points that Peter has.
Closing in on that ever so important 21 points.
Each of them playing the corner strong. Lindsay looks like she might be getting tired, or she could have Peter right where she wants her.
Well, the spirit of these two competitors is nothing to scoff at, I think. Given the stakes at play here. Ooh,
and another point. And
this
another right off.
Game, however, Peter.
Oh, 2 in a row. It's a dangerous amount of points to lose so close together. So close to 21.
Again, putting more spin on the ball.
Try to get him on the angles. That was a wonderful save by Lindsay.
Lindsay responding throughout this entire exchange beautifully and defensively.
All right, Peter. Oh, and Peter won himself another little goal.
Again, half
of where Lindsay is sitting. Can he still climb his way back up? Ooh, another point.
Climbing closer to that 20 mark.
It's always possible, viewers at home, it is always possible to pull yourself out of this powerful of a lead. It happened many years ago in a very remarkable match.
This is true.
To this day has gone down in Pong history.
One of the most clutch matches of all time, I believe.
The Pongas des Manas, I believe is what they referred to it as.
Yes, absolutely. Truly an iconic moment in video sports.
Lindsay is going strong. She is owning the court.
Peter's going to need to get more aggressive, a little more active in his point scoring. Can't afford to play overly defensive when you're this far behind.
And the thing that makes this level of Pong so fascinating to watch is that they don't use the elongated paddles like you see in more contemporary versions of Pong.
This is true.
Classic Pong is all about the small paddles.
The brick, the classic brick.
Showing your skill and your speed over the size of your paddle.
Only about as wide as 3 to 4 balls can be truly a master's task.
The handwork required, and another point to Lindsay of Daisy Bitch Baby territory.
Absolutely. Moving more carefully now. Peter attempting
To play a more defensive game.
make it into the double digits.
Lindsay's getting close, but we don't want her to get cocky. And another point that is 19, just 3 shy of a win.
This is looking
To be
bleak for Tierra de los Hermanos hook.
Ooh, Lindsay's getting powerful. She's going with more speed.
We're speeding up here, as you can see. Back and forth. 2 warriors exchanging blows. Only one may stand the victor.
But they are still both champions at their skills.
Absolutely.
Champions with a paddle. Pong legends, if you will.
More angles being played.
Ooh, that was a good save by Peter.
Oh!
Very close by Lindsay.
Rare
That
miss.
went right by her.
Peter climbing closer to the
To the
double
2-digit
digits.
mark. Now getting a...
Ooh,
and we are one
unfortunately-
away. Just one away from a match point. And Lindsay
there
has
it
taken
is.
it. Lindsay of Daisy Bitch Baby territory has taken the lead. She will be moving on to the gold medal match. And Peter will be meeting up with Sarah in the semifinals for the bronze.
As we head into our bronze medal match, 2 truly epic competitors meeting. Unfortunately, their play will not put them in contention for the gold medal today. However, the bronze medal still very much up for grabs as we head now into the bronze medal match.
And we've begun.
Let's watch.
Now, Peter and Sarah have actually competed a few times in previous tournaments. They are known to each other and considered somewhat rivals.
Yes, friendly rivalry, absolutely.
Ooh, and Peter takes the early mark.
First blood.
The bronze medal match is a tough match. Peter taking a early second. It can be hard going into that bronze match. You're one shot at gaining a medal. It can almost be a little bit more tense than even the gold medal match. There's no award for 4th place.
This is true. You see, just a great deal of control. The 2 competitors feeling each other out. No one overcommitting.
Ooh. And some
Misread.
confusion there on Sarah's side.
Oh, and
Wanted
another-
to head towards the ball, but unfortunately got a little lost and went the other way.
This can happen to a competitor in these situations.
And
Sarah now.
another point. Tierra de los Hermanos hook.
Peter really wanting to make up.
And another quick, and another!
Now you see, this is part of the
mind games.
mind game, and also part of the issue that these competitors face. Peter, just coming out of a match, is still warm, whereas Sarah has had time to cool down after her match.
Oh, and Sarah takes another point. Sarah's also had time to think about the match, leading to some nerves to come through in some cases.
This is true, but also giving her time to focus on a game plan moving forward.
It's true. Sarah's a lot more of a defensive player, but so is Peter, who likes to control the court.
We do have 2 defensively minded players facing off against each other now. It'll be interesting to see who chooses to go on the offense. Peter with some nice spin on the ball.
Sarah so far meeting him tit for tat. They're on a very equal playing field right now. Our earlier confusion is past, and Sarah is bringing her A game.
Some truly daring stops by Peter.
Peter's making some tricky shots down by the wall, getting a nice angle, hoping to confuse Sarah, and another point for Sarah.
Peter really going to put as much spin as possible on the ball, at times putting himself in jeopardy, however.
Ooh, that one came for him. The risk was worth it. He's at 8 points now.
Sarah spinning the ball herself. Ooh, and that spin.
That was a very tricky one. Made it just by Sarah, right at the wall. Again, the use of that wall is so clutch this late and this high level of this game.
It's essential to recognize your distance from the wall and make sure that you're not leaving a gap too big or too small.
There's always room for the ball to get through, and there's always room for an angle to surprise your opponent.
Reading the bounce and reading the speed, two essential player aspects.
Good returns. Ooh, Sarah going tricky there. Instead of setting an angle on the backspin, sending it directly down the center.
Occasionally it is a mind game.
And we are up to the double digits with Peter.
Made it to 10. Relatively simple exchange, feeling each other out.
Sarah trying to regain control of her side. A lovely return by Sarah.
Very nice volley.
Again, Peter, and another point at Tierra de los Hermanos hook. Peter really does favor the angle play in this.
Yes, very, very much a spinning player. Some players choose to simply fire back and forth and try and overwhelm the opponent with speed and directness. Peter very much choosing the path of trickery and deception.
Ooh, a powerful send back by Peter.
Some of these stops today have been just incredible.
The speeds these opponents and players are working with are absolutely unfathomable by the non-players of this industry.
This is true. Watching them play opposite each other, it's easy to assume that the play is moving quite slowly. However, to put yourself into the position of these players, you realize that they are both champions playing at the height of their game.
An excellent backspin by Peter, returned by Sarah.
Peter really wanting to hang on to this early lead.
Oh, excellent get by Sarah. That was a tricky shot to make.
Yes, difficult read by Peter there. Not quite panning out as he would have liked. Playing very effectively here.
Peter has the lead, but can Sarah bring it back? There was a wonderful shot she just made a few moments back.
Still being quite cautious, even this early on. Oh, close.
Ooh. We are up to 12 now. Peter has
13 to
13. Again, those serves can come so quick. It's very easy to get lost and to not be ready for them when they come.
Very little time to reset between a point scored and a ball launched.
As soon as the score is set, the ball immediately gets put back into play.
No rest for the wicked. Playing along the top rope here.
Again, really favoring those angles and the tricky play by Sarah.
Excellent. It's
unfortunately. And another
15 to
again.
5.
Those quick serves. That tricky play was high risk, high reward, and I thought it was going to pay off for her, but unfortunately, Peter was able to make it in time.
Sarah returns 6
to 15. Sarah got another point in. Just 6 away for Peter from taking home the bronze.
Peter playing the angles again. Both players excellent at stopping the ball into a straight line when they choose to.
Very difficult move to completely take the spin off a ball and send it directly forward.
A pure rally happening now.
These two players are both at the top of their game.
16 to 6 Peter.
But coming back for stopping that serve. Very nice save on Sarah's part.
Very strong stop again by Sarah. Peter, slight spin.
hanging around the top of the court as if he can read Sarah's mind and knows that the ball is going to be coming there.
Seems to be more comfortable toward the top of the court than the bottom of the court. Sarah might be wise to play more toward the bottom.
Peter almost lost the ball there.
Easier said than done, however.
Having to run down the court a bit. Ooh, very tricky pass there by Peter and stopped beautifully by Sarah.
Tremendous stop by Sarah. The one thing you don't want to...
Ooh, and we are up to 17 points. Oh,
18 to 6.
Once again,
19 to 6. Oh, Sarah.
Just 2 points away from that bronze medal.
Devastating.
Sarah's been definitely struggling on the quick serves. They can come so fast in this sport.
You know, anyone can fall victim to this. It is one of the true demons of the game, as it were.
You can tell they're high-level players, though. Ooh,
20
just
to 6.
One away from our lead.
Will Peter walk with bronze momentarily?
Ooh, very tricky shot.
And that will do it.
He has done it. Peter of Tierra de los Hermanos Hook has taken the bronze in this event.
We have our third place champion.
Our third place podium. He will be on the podium at the award ceremony. Sarah putting up an excellent fight. She worked very hard and made a long way to make it this far in the game, and she should be proud.
Absolutely. Absolute warrior. And now, as we find ourselves moving on
to our gold medal match, Lindsay v. Dustin, Youbetchastan v. Daisy Baby Bitch territory. Who will take home the gold? These are strong competitors.
A rivalry as old as time.
And we'll be starting now.
Right now. First serve away.
Dustin, powerful lobbies back and forth, both of them playing the angles, taking their sides of the court.
Always a powerful moment to see who will score first. Draw first blood, as it were.
Both these competitors have been playing excellently in their previous matches. They are truly a powerhouse match.
Top-level competitors feeling each other out. Nobody overcommitting at this stage, nor should they.
Now, what's really lovely to see is Daisy Baby Bitch territory has a very large group of fans waiting in the stands, cheering on Lindsay and holding signs.
Very excitable group. Irascible, almost. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see that kind of support for the athletes when they come out and put on such a great show for everyone. It's wonderful to see that level of love.
It's a long way to come to watch these sports and these athletes play.
People travel a great distance. And book hotels, some questionable, but
it's all in the name of the game.
Love of
these
the game.
Two just going.
Still scoreless at this
stage.
Mono
on mono. Powerful start. Neither wants to give up that first.
Ooh, and Lindsay of Daisy Baby Bitch territory takes first point
in this match.
In this gold medal game.
Strong. The back and forth on that one was strong and powerful.
We know that Dustin is not pleased with this. However, retaining his composure, he moves to tie the score.
Dustin has been playing, here's a little fun fact, Pong since he was 4 years old when his, I believe, cousin brought over an Atari 2600 around the holidays.
Unbelievable. And he ties it up using those early childhood skills.
Definitely been playing for a long time. Contrast to Lindsay, who has only been playing Pong for about 5 or 6 years.
A relative newcomer to the game, however, very quickly rising through the ranks and establishing herself as a force to be reckoned with.
She originally got her start in Mario Tennis before moving over to Pong.
We love to see it. We love to see that crossover within the esports.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is how champions play. Neither one willing to give up an inch. This is going to be a match for the ages.
Absolutely. Neither player... Ooh, beautiful spin by Dustin. Neither player overcommitting, neither player undercommitting. Both simply waiting for opportunity to present itself and then hoping to capitalize.
Dustin's playing a lot more aggressively than he was at the beginning of the match, whereas Lindsay has taken a bit more of a defensive stance.
Ooh,
and it's paying off. Dustin just scored the second point.
2-1 now.
Lindsay's a lot more composed in her movement, whereas Dustin is doing a lot of back and forthing on the court.
Well, that early score by Lindsay seems to have... 3-1 now by Dustin. Seems to have caused her to focus more on defensive play rather than aggressive play, whereas Dustin is very much attempting.
And Lindsay takes the second point for Daisy Baby Bitch territory.
Dustin playing quite aggressively, comparatively.
This is a gold medal match, and it's time to really show your skill and your strategy. Both of these players have been working with excellent seasons coaches for the last several months, and they are very much at the top of their game and ready to fight for that gold medal win.
This is what gold medal play looks like.
Skillful, controlled, using powerful angles and strategy. Pong is not a game for the faint of heart.
Elegant brutality, I've heard it described as. Too true.
Ooh, a wonderful bounce by Lindsay, and it gets
tremendous.
her a point. 3-3 now.
3-all.
Dustin is playing exceptionally aggressively. His movement, it almost feels like he's trying to confuse Lindsay with his back and forth on the court.
Almost taunting her.
The mind games are very... Oh, and he
Seems
gets
to have worked
the
in this
fourth
case.
point. The mind games are very important in Pong. The more you can get your opponent frustrated, the more you can take control of the court.
It's true. I believe Kierkegaard was the one who said, Pong, truly a game of the mind. Ooh, 5-3, Dustin.
Dustin has taken the lead here, but Lindsay is meeting him at every step of the way.
We're not sensing a loss of control on either side of the field. Very clean lines, very controlled, very deliberate.
Ooh, a straight shot by Dustin. Again, the use of those straights can come out of nowhere and really confuse a player expecting an angle.
Especially coming out of a very aggressive volley of angular play. Straightening out the ball can be truly discombobulating.
Well put. Very well put.
Dustin seeming to want to aim for some spin.
Definitely favoring the top half of the court.
Again, we've settled into some more relaxed play from both.
I definitely feel like Dustin is still controlling the pace of the game, with Lindsay following step for step.
Well, he doesn't want to overextend himself, which I think is a smart maneuver. He's ahead. Best to hold on to that lead however he can and let his opponent perhaps make a mistake.
Lindsay is standing sturdy, not giving an inch.
As we've seen in previous rounds, these games tend to very quickly devolve or evolve for one party or the other.
Getting into some good angle play here. Ooh, that
Lindsay.
one paid off for Lindsay very well.
Bringing a fourth point.
Oh, and we seem to have... Ah, there seemed to be a bit of a technical glitch there.
Slight delay in play. May have to review that further.
But the ball is back in play now, and... Can Lindsay bring her... Ooh!
5-all, tied by Lindsay.
5-all. Oh,
6
and a
to
quick
5.
6 on the serve. Lindsay taking the lead from Dustin.
Pulling out in front.
Ah! And now that we've reached the gold medal match, each player is pulling out all the stops. They are now adding... They've just decided to engage the button on the Atari controllers that allow them to shoot power shots.
This is true. This is a massive game changer, and how effective and how fitting that
the
it should
gold
only
medal
be
match.
enabled for the gold medal match. 8-6, Lindsay. 9-6, Lindsay.
These power shots are extremely
9 to
difficult to
7.
pull off and take a lot of energy, so saving them for this late in the game is a smart move on both these players' parts. We are
Neither
9
player
to
prepared.
8. Each one is This has really sped up the gameplay here. They are going for the win. Lindsay up to double digits.
10 to 11 to 8.
Getting Dustin on the serves. Her serves are powerful and fast.
11 to 9. Dustin responds with a 9th.
Ooh,
10th.
Dustin, another point.
Both players in a great deal of danger. 12 to 10, Lindsay.
Things are really heating up here, folks. The speed has increased and the skill is unmatched. These players are at the top of their game. And
Warriors,
one of them,
Dustin returns on an 11th point.
ooh, 14 for Daisy Baby Bitch territory. With this playing, they might be able to take it right to the gold.
This could happen. Dustin responds with a 13th point.
Ooh, beautiful. Right directly behind Dustin's shoulder. That was a wonderful lob by Lindsay. Oh, and Dustin returns it, though.
Not a lot of ground gained on either side here. Both whittling their way up. 16 to 14, Lindsay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
17 to 14.
17 to 14. This is impeccable. The speed and masterful skill with which these players are playing today. The crowd is going wild if you can hear them.
Grace, 18 to 15. Grace and horror united as one.
Oh, we have another technical glitch.
Both players sizing each other up, taking a moment.
As the ball gets reevaluated and put back into play, we are back with the game. Ooh, another
19,
wonderful
Lindsay.
play. Lindsay is 19 to 15. But Dustin catches up
returns.
16. Lindsay is 2 points shy of her gold medal.
20-16, Lindsay. 1 point,
One
and
point, that is it, folks. Daisy Baby Bitch territory is taking the gold in tennis. This, I believe, is their first gold medal. The first gold medal for Daisy Baby Bitch territory being brought home by Lindsay.
A massive, massive congratulations, and very well deserved. Truly played as a champion.
As we've said once before, Pong is a game of champions, and we're so happy to have watched the match end the way that did. 2 unbelievable competitors. As it stands, Lindsay is gold, Dustin silver, Peter bronze. This has been a fabulous play today, everyone. My name is Caitlyn.
My name is Ian. Thank you so much for joining us today for today's coverage of Pong/tennis, and we will see you
At the next sport.